Okay, so I had the good fortune, I was blessed enough to marry a Southern girl who knows how to cook Southern food and knows how to cook really any food. But today we're doing Southern style biscuits and gravy. So what's the first step here, Natalie?
So I'm gonna put the biscuit dough together. So I just went ahead at home, mixed up the flour, salt, baking soda, baking powder in here. That way I don't have to measure it out here. So just like any biscuit recipe, I'm gonna put in some cold butter first. And then I'm gonna cut all this in with my fork. Unfortunately, it is really hot out here, so this butter's soft, but...
Yeah, Natalie alluded to the fact that it's really hot out here. It's probably in the 80s right now. Yesterday, we were out on some trails around here and it got up to 119 degrees. This is July in Moab, so it's going to be hot. And we're really thankful, one, to give a quick shout out to our friends Sarahi and Emmanuel, who not only loaned us this canopy, but gave it to us as well. And without that, we would not be making breakfast right now.
No.
It's really hot out here. The sun is incredibly strong. We're at about 5,000 foot elevation here, and it's just super, super hot. And you know, there's no clouds. It's Moab. There are no clouds, so it's always really sunny, really hot.
Okay, so this is mixed up pretty good. You want it kind of crumbly. Once the butter is mixed up in there, it'll be kind of a crumbly mixture. Usually I would add 3/4 of a cup of milk. I don't have any milk out here. I didn't bring it. So I'm going to use half and half. And I'm going to cut it with some water. And it will be just as good. I'm going to add this a little bit at a time because I don't have any extra flour in the event that this gets to be too wet. Alright, I'm going to mix this until they just start to come together. You don't want to overmix biscuits. They won't be good. They'll get tough and dry. Everything together. Put it out over here onto our cutting board.
Okay, so what do we got going now, Natalie?
Okay, so now we're going to cut the biscuits. I forgot my biscuit cutter, so we're going to see how a Yeti lid does. Let's see how it goes.
All right, so this is the Camp Chef 10-quart Dutch oven. We're going to link this in the description box below. Have a link straight to Amazon where you could order one for yourself. Really, really fantastic product, and we'll show you how it works as well. These look good, right?
Mini biscuits, but it's fine.
Yeah, check them out. All right, so we're going to do some small biscuits, but that'll be cool.
All right, so I'm going to start right in the middle. If you don't know this about biscuits, they like to touch when they're cooking. So I'm going to put them close together. It helps them rise up higher. And then we'll put them on the fire.
Okay, so we got our Dutch oven with biscuits in it. I'm going to put that on the ground. You want to find a spot that's pretty level. And then right over here next to our fire pit, we have all that lump charcoal going. So we'll start pulling some of that lump charcoal out. And we're going to put it around here, around the Dutch oven. That's going to create that heat. Out here today, as hot as it is, we might be able to just cook it straight on the ground in direct sunlight. Okay, so then the next thing we're going to do is take some of that same lump charcoal and we're going to put it right on the top, and that creates that whole oven inside there. So you got heat coming from the bottom, around the sides, and on the top. So the whole thing is just going to get super hot in there. And honestly, you want to do this, you can use like little grabbers or tongs to put around there. We're using a shovel because it's a little bit longer. This fire over here is seriously hot. You get the heat. And how much do you want on there, Natalie?
That's good. That's perfect.
That'll do?
Yep.
All right, so there you go. How long are we leaving this in for?
We'll check them at 8 minutes.
Okay.
But anywhere from 8 to 12 minutes, depending on how hot your coals are. One thing you can do if your coals are too hot, if you feel like they're cooking too fast, you can move the coals back away from the Dutch oven itself.
Okay, now this one down on the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so I've got a couple tablespoons of butter that I'm gonna melt. And as soon as that is melted, I'm gonna add in a couple tablespoons of flour.
So while we're waiting for that, how's the seasoning on the Skottle? How does that work?
It comes really pretty well seasoned, actually. But every time I clean it, I season it with oil. And usually I just use avocado oil. But you can use coconut oil, olive oil, whatever oil you're using.
And then the cleanup process is what? We're gonna do a full review on the Skottle at some point, but that's not really this video. But what's the cleanup process like in minutes?
Well, from the time I start to oiling it and being done, probably 5 minutes. Oop. Here's our biscuit timer. So.
All right, awesome.
Let me throw this on.
And how much time did we time those biscuits out? Was that 7 minutes?
That was at 8 minutes.
8 minutes, perfect.
All right, I'm gonna start adding water and cream. And I think I need to just turn this off now. It's really hot.
All right, so we're pulling this off here. And we're gonna see what these guys look like.
Okay, they're looking good. We're gonna keep cooking them for a little bit longer. All right, so that's been about 8 minutes, and I think we'll add,
What do you think?
I think another 4 more.
Another 4 minutes, I'll check them again?
Yeah. Okay, so the gravy is starting to thicken pretty well. And now we need to season it because this does not taste good as it is. And we're just gonna put salt and pepper in it, and then we're gonna add in our sausage. In a minute, I'm gonna turn this heat off just so it doesn't burn. I think I'm gonna go ahead and turn the heat off. And the good thing about this is once the heat is off, it's off. And it starts cooling really quickly. So if you find that it's going too fast, just turn the heat off. You can always turn it right back on. It's really easy to do. That looks really good. Now I'm going to season it, salt and pepper. Don't be afraid of the salt and pepper on this. It needs it, or it really won't taste like anything.
It's starting to smell good already.
Mm-hmm.
The salt and pepper, that wakes it up.
Okay, now I'm going to dump this sausage in. If you were not using a pre-cooked sausage, my recommendation would be to cook it. Oop, there's our biscuit timer. My recommendation would be to cook the sausage, put it to the side, and then make your gravy if you're trying to use the same pot. Whether you're using a skillet or a Skottle. And that looks pretty good.
All right, so Bailey's taking over for a minute. She's gonna stir that up,
Let's taste it.
get it all worked in.
We need to check the biscuits.
And keep stirring, Bailey, try to keep it in the center.
Yep.
There you go, good. Okay, so we're a couple more minutes in. Wanted to check and see how these guys are doing. So let's see what we look like.
Yep, I think they're done.
All right.
They look good.
All right, so we're gonna set this guy aside.
Yep.
Okay. Those look good. Those smell really good. Mm.
Okay, oh, they're hot. All right, let's put some gravy.
You see 'em?
Put some gravy on them.
Wow, those smell super, super good.
I was just reheating this. The biscuits took a little longer than expected, but that's warm. So now I'm just cutting these biscuits open, and they look really good.
Yeah, they look great. They smell great. Nice job, baby.
And I'm gonna put, this will be yours, Bailey. All right, so just put some gravy on top. however much you like, and eat up.
Telling you what, my dad would love this. My dad grew up in South Carolina. He's a biscuits and gravy guy. Go ahead and hop in your seat, baby. So we are cramped quarters here because we are using every square inch of shade we have. What do you think, baby? Good? Yeah, it looks good, smells good. So thanks for checking out our breakfast this morning, biscuits and gravy made on a Skottle and Dutch oven. Thanks for checking out our channel, Sour Trail. And do us a favor, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and then hit that little bell so you can be notified when we have more cool videos out for you guys. And right now, we're gonna enjoy some awesome breakfast. All right.